Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, that was weird. Hello, everyone.
Whoa!
Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that go crazy. Who knows? We're really just here to figure out what the heck just happened.
We're really just here to drink some wine.
Exactly. I'm here to
It goes. Yeah.
sponsor us, please. Sponsor us.
Pepsi, come on, girl. We try. What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. What's up?
Oh,
Grab a drink. We'll wait. It's fine.
right? We'll sit here. I got a minute.
We have an hour and a half, hon.
Right.
Whoa!
Girl,
Baby.
you got a fan. That was a good idea. Where the heck is
I
my
have
fan?
one blowing behind me and one in my hand, hon. The season is upon us.
I'm over here at the beach, and it is,
Yeah, I wish I was at the beach. I'm just in this damn closet with all this drag mess. Dude, how y'all finna do?
What?
No. It's season 5 finale, bitches.
Right?
Season 5 finale. Tonight we crown a new winner. Wait, that's not it either.
But that's a different thing. That was congratulations on your nerve.
On your nerves.
On your nerve. That name, like,
it's a great name.
It's a great name. Some of the girls this season, I don't watch the show as much as most drag performers should or do.
Same.
But Susie Toot, kudos to you, bitch.
You know, sometimes the person that you least expect to carry themselves through a season, the ones that walk in that first day and all the girls go, oh, whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes those girls will get you, hun.
Never count out the weirdos, you know. So we should do a little who, what, where. Do you think?
If they don't know us by now,
that's true.
You will never know me.
I keep gesturing with that hand, and I need to put the ring on it.
Put the ring on.
Put the ring on it. By Raving Diva Drag Jewels. Thank you, Michelle Sterling.
Nasty. Nasty.
Girl, are those rocks by Cox?
Yep. Yes, of course they are. Rocks by Cox. These were actually laying in her studio when I was there to pick something up. And someone was supposed to had paid for them, and they had failed to do so. So I adopted them right away.
I mean,
you snooze, you lose.
That's the way it works.
I had cash.
Mm-hmm.
And you left flat on your ass.
My earring just fell off, and I hate it. Hey, kids.
We just started.
Right? Hey, everybody out there, start sending in those questions already. Like, we're going to answer all the questions we get tonight, no matter what they are. Bring it on.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm handling things here in the office. Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. Hold on, I got to go on the Facebook, pull this up so I can share and all that stuff. I'm handling things here in the office.
Oh, yeah, she is. She forgot to turn her volume down, too.
You know, look, I need to make a few adjustments before we move forward. Lord have mercy.
Speaking of adjusting, I'm actually excited. I get to adjust to a new venue this week.
Ooh, nasty. Where?
I am down at Archetype Pizza in York with Sybil Stackhouse and Tragedy Stackhouse.
Yay!
I went down there to check out the place, and I have to say the pizza I got was so
Good.
good.
It's good stuff.
Like, it was disrespectful, and it was called the Queen.
Shock, awe, and surprise.
I know. How about that?
And I mean, we can't all be called the Queen, darling. Somebody has to clap as I walk by.
That's true. And you know it's always going to be me, girl.
I'll clap for you, baby. That's right.
Behind
Honey.
every great man is a strong woman, and behind every strong woman is a big old homosexual like us.
Behind every strong woman is a man also dressed like a woman. And
Someone's got to do her eyes.
it's perfectly fine. Imitation is the highest form of flattery, ladies, so you're welcome. You're welcome. You owe me some money.
Jess just sent in a question. Jess is one of our incredible
She's
Patreons,
on it. Hi, baby.
right? If anybody out there would like to join our Patreon, just go to patreon.com/InsideTheDragCloset. We do get some exclusive content, including our little after show called Pearls of Wisdom, where
Yes.
Amethyst and I basically talk shit about whatever we want. It's exactly what it is.
It's very true. Tune in. We may be talking about you.
You never know.
I'm just
But
kidding.
thank you, Jess, Lori, Corey, Brian, Jeremy, Josh, Chanel, Daniel, Robin, Vicky, and Emily. They have stuck by us through the 5 friggin' years we've been doing this.
Send help.
Exactly. Blink twice if you need help. Ta-da. But Jess's question here is, what are you most looking forward to over the summer break?
That was like the one thing I was thinking an answer of, building up to the show because I knew it was our summer break. So I was like, okay, what do I want to say when this question comes up? And of course, Jess, you have the first question. It's the same thing. So yeah, what do I look forward to this summer break? There's many wonderful things happening this summer. The fact that it's summer is first on the list. The fact that winter is gone is number 2. Probably just continuing life, keep doing shows, keep traveling and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to make sure I take a week to not do drag and be at the beach. Those 2 things have never quite lined up for me because I'm always there, but I'm always working. So everybody's like, "Oh, you're always down at the beach." Yes, I am always physically there. However, the sand and the sun and the water and the waves and the heat miss me every single time. So I'm definitely going to make sure that I reserve a week. I may work the weekend, but I'm going to be down there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not doing shit. So, yeah,
Nice.
maybe some amusement parks. I definitely want to hit up some amusement parks. Try to do some non-drag things as well. Take some trips, go for a drive, have a picnic, touch some grass.
Well, I fully
With my
recommend
feet.
Crystal Cave in Berks County.
That's right. Never been.
Went for Easter, had a wonderful time. Really cool little cave.
Is that similar to Indian Echo Caverns?
Yes.
Same kind of thing, yeah.
Similar vibe. Yep. But it was beautiful down there.
Oh, I bet.
Like,
I
I love
bet.
stuff like that.
Stalagmites.
And stalactites.
Oh, not after I see them, baby.
Oh my God. A monster.
Stalag
He is a
loose.
monster.
Yes, I am. I'll be here anytime you need me. Who am I? My name is Amethyst Diamond. I'm a drag artist in South Central Pennsylvania. I've been doing this for 20-some years, and I can't say that.
Oh,
I'm
we're broken.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Broken crayons, still color.
All right. What am I looking forward to? You know what I'm looking forward to this summer? This is going to be absolutely shameless. Something new and exciting, like the Royals at Karma Entertainment Complex. I had to. I had to. We've got our show at Karma, which is going to be incredible. Alizé Diamond, myself, Katarina Couture, Amethyst Diamond, Poison, with our special guest for our first show, Divinity Cruise, and our lovely host, Icy Hottie. Now, tickets are
Yes.
available for $15 pre-sale. They will be $20 at the door, and there is VIP seating as well. So get your tickets now.
We're back. All you fans of Divas Down Under for so many years, we thank you and we love you for just staying tuned and staying up to date with us, checking in on us, seeing how we're doing. We had to take a little bit of a break, but we worked very hard behind the scenes to find a new venue, a new vibe, and some new fun to make the show grow for you and give you what you want and what you expect from the former Divas Down Under. We are now the Royals. All of us have held titles within the Harrisburg area, if not within former Stallions itself. So we are the true one and only royal family of Harrisburg, the only
Ooh,
one. We put
ooh.
in the work. We dug up the dirt, sweat, blood, and tears with no fears. We're the first family, and we are so happy to find a home at Karma with our sisters Icy and, of course, Divinity Cruise. It's going to be magic with those ingredients. What more would you expect? So, our first
Exactly.
show is what, Friday, June 13th, right?
Yep.
That'll be the day before York Pride, York Central PA Pride. What else is that weekend? I don't know.
Uh,
That's
I know
June.
you and
It's
I
on
are
the
focused on
April.
York Pride.
Lancaster Pride, Gettysburg Pride.
I'm super excited. I got my acceptance. I will be performing and emceeing at Lancaster Pride this year.
You too?
Yep.
I say that like I'm surprised.
Right.
So will I. That's awesome. And we have the lovely RuPaul's Drag Race Heidi in Closet will be headlining at Lancaster Pride this year. I know she's going to be a hoot to hang out with backstage.
Oh
So
yeah.
she's a hoot and a holler.
I'm so excited. What else am I looking forward to during summer break? Um,
We have
the New
Ren
Jersey
Fair.
Ren Fair,
Yeah.
obviously. I leave in 2 weeks. We open the third weekend of May. We are the last 2 weekends of May, first 2 weekends of June. I'm very excited
Beautiful.
about that. I have
Awesome.
two show times this year, so I get to do my show twice as much.
What?
Yeah. And I got new monologues and some new interactive entertainment, so I'm gonna be a whole problem.
Dialogue by DeVere. Look out.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I've been very inspired by a magician. She's been all over TikTok,
Yeah.
and what?
I said, yeah.
I'm gonna what is her name? Let me try to remember. She is hilarious. And of
Dippity.
course, now that we're talking about it, I'm drawing a blank as to her name. Her crowd work is second to none. She just is so funny. I want to see if I can get her on the show
Go
because
for it.
the way she performs, it is drag. Like it is.
Really?
Oh yeah, cis
Are they a
woman.
newer artist?
No, she's been doing this for a while, but her whole vibe is like very she just does the transatlantic accent. So
Okay.
she speaks very like 1920s, just it's an accent I can't do for some reason.
Oh, does she ask people like, and what do you do for a living?
Yes, her,
Sounds awful. Okay. Well, we're not
right?
winning anything with that, are we? Yes, I love her. She is funny. She is very drag.
Right? I would love to get her on this show. So,
And she's a magician?
yeah.
Maybe
Hmm.
I need to watch a little longer than 10 seconds of her skin.
Right? The cool thing is she does her crowd work on TikTok, but never any of her act, which is very smart.
Absolutely. 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 Oh my goodness. Who's watching? Look at all these sluts watching. Oh my
I
God.
know. Got a lot of folks. Justice is watching. Have not seen Justice in a while. How are you, sweetheart?
We have to give Justice a huge congratulations for
Yeah.
placing first alternate at US of A. It was Justice is Mr. 1776 US of A Classic, I believe. Fill me in real quick, Justice. Just placed first alternate at Mr. US of A Classic. Very first time on a national stage. Um, I know myself and everyone here watching is super proud of you. It's been a journey for you, and I've been following that journey. I've been advising here and there, but you did it. Own it. Know it. I'll
Right.
see you soon. I love you.
So much talent.
What's you already saying? Real
Right.
Ebony.
Yeah.
Absifo. Yes.
Amazing.
Absolutely. I miss you, bitch. I better see you soon. I miss you way too much. And your brands. I miss you way too much.
It was so great having her on the show. I want to go back through this entire season and talk about all of our incredible guests we've had.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We've
Like
had some awesome ones.
we started with Amy Vanity.
Absolutely. Yeah. Storytime queen of your dreams.
Right? She was here
Literally
it
the
is.
bomb.
Mr. 1776 US of A Male Illusionist Classic. Now first alternate to US of A MI Classic. Nice.
Exactly. And scored your ticket to go back next year already. You don't even have to do anything.
That's incredible. There's so much talent in our area.
There is. There is a lot of talent in our area, and not a lot of it is getting as showcased as it should.
Exactly.
We
That's
we can
why
go round and round
people
about that.
go to your local Pride events. Like you're going to see some incredibly talented people. Support local drag. Some of the
Support
best
local
drag is
drag.
not the drag you see on TV.
Exactly. Exactly. And a lot of people out there, you may be wondering, well, how can I better support shows? I may not have, the money to go out and support shows and things like that. A fun thing that you can do for everyone's shows, for local drag, as well as for the show you're watching right now, hit the share button. Hit the share button. You don't have to be able to attend the show in order to broadcast it and promote it. So many people want to be in shows, and show producers fail at this too. Promote your shows, promote your friends' shows. It's not going to hurt you to support other people and other entertainers, because if they are winning, so are all of we. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Support local drag. We have to support ourselves. There's way too much talent around here. And I know there's a lot of people who may not be getting booked that are like, well, we don't hear from you. And we don't hear, you're not reaching out to us to book us. Don't rely on the phone to ring. You're the one that has to pick
Mhm.
up the receiver first. If you want to make moves happen, you have to make them happen yourself. If you're sitting back just going, well, nobody books me in shows anymore, and I don't know why. That's exactly why. So you actually have to make moves. You have to show that you are willing to communicate, and you are a kind and easy to work with sort of person, as
Be
far as
bookable.
caliber of drag. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's not hard. You just have to put the effort forth. And there's many different calibers of drag. Yes, beginners, intermediate and professionals. Just make sure what you're presenting is professional. It doesn't matter what level of drag it's on. As long as you present yourself in a professional manner, you're going to be successful. And of course, and Jade is always reaching out to all of you out there. If we can help you, we can.
Mhm.
Our email boxes and our inboxes are always open. So moving
Yeah.
on. Sorry, that took way too long. Amy
No, that
Vanity.
was fine, girl. Like I that reminded me, I saw a quote this week and I forget who posted it, but it was a great quote and it said, um, respect the art of drag and the business of drag and know the difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
All,
It's
all, all drag is valid.
mhm,
That's the artwork portion.
mhm,
The business portion is not valid from everybody.
yep.
Nope.
I think it is if you know how to network yourself and how to sell
Yeah.
yourself correctly.
Only then.
Yeah.
Only then. Only then. So Amy was our first guest this season.
Amy was our first guest this
She
season.
was. Was that right after we did the thing at
Mhm.
the Fulton with
Yep. And that was,
Jonathan Groff? There we are.
I believe that was our highest viewed episode ever.
I know.
Yep. 1.6 thousand viewers.
Yes. So go ahead and hit that share button down there in the little corner. Share the love, share the live. We have 11,000 followers, and we will happily take 11,000 more. So You know, if you love me, you'll do this. Heard
If you
that
love
before,
me,
right?
you do it.
If you love me, you'll do it. Yep. And I know you love me. I know you love her. Love you.
Mm,
That's how
I've
you
got
ain't.
love for
Love
everybody.
you. I got love for all y'all. Audience. Who's watching tonight? We got Cassie's watching, Yari's watching,
Right?
Justice, Robin, Vicky. Hey kids, how we do? Lori's watching, Jess. Oh, hi everybody.
It is an entire party tonight. So, you ready for our second guest?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was Mags.
Oh my God. I, for a second there, I thought you were going to surprise me and somebody was backstage.
I thought about doing that earlier and then I just didn't.
I would have been like, who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Yes, Max was second.
Second.
I feel like we just talked to her. Was she twice?
No. I know. It feels like this season went so long and yet not at all.
Roxy wasn't third then.
No.
Huh.
Ooh, her brain's doing a thing.
I apparently have zero track of time.
Ready for our
Time
third,
warp. Who was
right?
third?
Ryan.
Oh yeah. Hi Ryan.
Oh my God, look at that necklace, Daddy.
Daddy, of course. Of course. He's been very interested in some Rocks by Cox lately himself, so
Oh
we
yeah.
may see him in a show soon enough.
We actually got to go see Drag the Musical with him.
Yes. Yes, he was very kind to buy us our birthday present and we went to see it was what, March 12th. We went to see
Yep.
Drag the Musical with all some of your favorite drag race girls, some of the ones that matter. um,
It was
look,
Jujubee. Like, that's all that matters.
it was Jujubee. Meeting Jujubee, I think, was the highlight. Because she's always just been a joy. She was never a problem. I never looked at her and said, she's such a bitch. Like
Oh,
yeah.
she's not that.
I'm surprised she's not on this season of All Stars
I
for
know.
the
Like, she's
97th
too busy
time.
filming Avengers Endgame. She's with the rest of the cast on that.
Right. That's right. She's playing Doctor Doom.
Exactly. Exactly. My God, the cast list of that is ridiculous.
It's going to be a 9-hour movie.
It is. Well, and there are so many names on there that I'm kind of like, I don't like it. I liked it at first for the fan service of it, but Wolverine and Deadpool was such a love letter to the Fox X-Men movies that bringing them all
Sure.
back again, I'm kind of like, I don't like that.
I know.
But I'm also going to watch the hell out of it.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. I am too.
next up, we have our hometown girl who made us so friggin' proud this year, Divinity Cruise.
Yay. Yay.
That
Yay. She was
girl.
our fourth guest. I love that girl. That girl.
That girl.
That's my girl. That's my girl.
For her to go to Miss Gay America and come in second place with such a small margin separating first and second is crazy.
It is
It,
crazy.
it's funny. I've done a couple gigs, like everywhere I go, I'm like, what is your opinion of Divinity? Nobody has anything negative to say about her,
Like, have you met her? Like,
right? I'm always just kind of like, there's got to be a crack in the armor somewhere. No, she's just
God,
genuinely
no.
one of the nicest humans on the planet.
God, no. Not
Right?
at all. I'll be with her this Sunday.
Nice.
At Lidded Springs Inn and Spa. Divinity Cruz will be there. Michelle D. Sterling will be there. Poison will be there. Myself, Alizé Diamond, Noah Johnson, live vocalist, and Tamia Giselle Michaels will all be at Lidded Springs Inn and Spa. You can find the tickets on my Facebook. It is this Sunday from 12:30 to 3. Great venue,
Nice.
great place. If you haven't been, please come check it out. Saturday, I'll be at the Handsome Cab with Sarah Besk, myself, Sybil Stackhouse, and Alize. Tickets are almost sold out for that. So if you want that, I suggest finding tickets. And if you want to come, I suggest you do. And Saturday night, I'm doing a naughty bingo with my
Fun.
Maryland promoter and Alize. Um, peas in a pod, hon. Peas in a pod. Hi, Joanne. I love you.
That's amazing. So our next guests were on the same episode because they have a podcast of their own.
They do.
They do. So we had Alanya Chest and
Yes.
Trixie Valentine.
Tricky girls, those two tricky girls.
Oh yeah.
Tricky
They
girls. Are they still doing their podcast?
I don't know if they're still doing it, but the two of them, like both of them have elevated their drag
They
recently.
have.
And I was like,
Alania's
you
really
girls
been
were
helping
good
Trixie a
before.
lot.
Yeah.
Alania has definitely been giving her an upgrade for sure,
Hmm.
which is nice to see. Sisters helping sisters. So
That's what the gig is. Like that's it. Drag drama, there's no room for it.
I don't have time for it, that's for sure.
Yep. So then it was New Year's, and as we went into our new year, we had the beautiful Jean Louise join us.
Love her so much. Fabulous musician, singer, drag artist. Philadelphia in the house.
Mhm.
Come on, Philly.
And these live vocalists kept coming with Yari.
Oh my God, another Philly beauty.
That hair.
These Philly girls are putting Philly on the map.
Hmm.
Tell you what, there's some things. No, I can't. Never mind.
No, say it.
Oh, well. Thank you, baby.
Oh.
Nope.
And of course, Yari is watching this evening. Yari, we absolutely adore you.
She's a sexy beast.
Hmm. What was that comment? Who is next? Oh, Morgan.
Miss Gay Delaware America. Top 5 finalists as well at Miss Gay America. That one right there. Named so nice. The queen's so nice. They named her thrice.
I have to say, it is just beautiful to know that a a committed couple was in the top 10 this year, and they were supporting
Yeah,
each other. They were there for each other. There wasn't
absolutely.
competition. It was just,
Absolutely.
let's elevate each other.
They're doing it right.
Hmm.
That's for sure.
Who is
They're doing it
next?
right.
Oh, Siren Kelly.
I was like, when the hell was Britney Spears on the show? First I saw that, I was like, was I sick that night?
Right?
Siren Kelly, another amazing artist, another amazing illusionist. Just cute as a button. Wonderful backstage.
Hmm.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Sweet, down to earth.
Siren Kelly.
Hmm.
Yes, God.
Our next guest might have made both of us pregnant
Ew.
because I think we both ended up with a kid
Did we?
named Bilbo.
Oh. I was like, oh. Bilbo the Clown making his debut, his first live performance, not on camera, at the York Pride Festival this year at the York Fairgrounds. That'll be Saturday, June 14th. Speaking of, we have 2 full hours of drag. Drag is what makes Pride Pride. So we have 2 full hours of drag for you this year. 16 different entertainers, 6 or 7 different kings. We have a clown. We have these 2 clowns right here. So yes, Pride season is among us, and we are so happy that Bilbo agreed to do a little set for us during the day. He'll be doing balloon animals and things for the kids as well. So come on out. It's a free event. The only free Pride in the area.
Hmm. Well, I think Central PA is free this year too.
Is it? Okay, that's
Hmm.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Prides everywhere are losing their sponsorship and their corporate funding because
Hmm.
big business thinks that we are bad business. So it's so especially now with this current political climate. It's so important that we support us. If you want to have the prides and you want to have the parades and you want to have the events and you want to go to shows, guess what? It takes you. So,
Ally is a verb.
Ally as a verb, and you can be one. You're allowed. I dub thee ally. Uh, but
If you want to be a
like
good ally, our Venmos are right there.
that too. That too. Look, we get it. Times are hard. Eggs are $1,000 a carton. You know what I mean? But like I said, there are other ways you can show your support outside of coming to shows. Yes, of course, we want you to be at shows, but we don't want you to choose between coming to see us and your electric bill. Like
Yes.
we get it. And pre-sales, shows rely on pre-sales in order to staff accordingly, in order to food prep accordingly. And it's great that you want to come to the show and that you buy your ticket when you do, but if that's the day of the show or the day before, chances are that show's no longer going to be available for you to come to.
Yep.
Same with new events that are popping up all over. Everybody's like, well, we don't have a safe space to do this, that, and the third, and then one's created for you, and guess what? No one supports it, and guess what? Now that safe space is gone too. So it is utterly important that you support local drag in any possible way you can. Not only local drag, local businesses, local restaurants, local musicians, local DJs, local bands. There's no community without unity, people. Just saying, write that down.
Mm-hmm.
Write that down. I'm calling my agent. I can't.
We really need to be copywriting these things. Yari has a question here. So we're going to get back to looking at our who we've had on this year, but Yari's got a really good question here, and I think it is very important for us to answer it.
Shoot.
Am I still allowed to send in a question? If so, how has the current scene been affected due to the rise of anti-LGBTQ and DEI because of the current political climate?
You can ask anything you want, my love, anytime you want, and you can be on this show anytime you feel like popping in.
Mm-hmm.
Has the current scene been affected? Yes. Yes, it has. Much like I was just talking about, I'm on the advisory board for several of the prides in the area, as is Jade.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been coming up with ideas, and it's been a topic of conversation about funding for pride events in the area and making sure that we can keep them free and open to everybody who wants to come and participate. Corporate sponsors and corporate funding, they're all backing out because of the political climate that we live in, because of laws that are being written and put on the table in the House and the Senate. So, yeah, people are afraid. People are afraid right now. I think people are afraid to support even events that have safe spaces. There's such a fear lingering in the air that we have to squash as a community. We have to love each other and know that we are the safe space that we create, whether we're standing next to each other or we're in a brick and mortar, venue or club or what have you. Yeah, it's making it real tough out there for us career girls, especially. Gigs are being given away to the lowest bidder, because everybody is grabbing for their slice of the pie. But no one's making their own pies.
Yeah.
Oh, I could go about that all day.
Keep going.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie, but nobody has a cookbook. Baby. Baby. Everybody wants a slice of the pie and can't no one cook.
Damn.
Everybody wants a piece of the pie, and not a damn one of them can cook.
It takes more than just like getting your friends together to put on a drag show.
Exactly.
And sometimes you have to look at your friends and go, hey, we're all the same. That's not a great show. Let's add different elements. We need to bring other things in.
Exactly.
That was the great thing about Divas Down Under. And that's why us creating the show The Royals is going to be such a good thing. When Derek created Divas Down Under, he made sure that no performer was like the one next to her. And kudos to Derek for that. He was a shrewd businessman. He still is. He is hoping that Divas Down Under does come back someday. Him and I were chatting about it this week. But, we got to create diversity in our shows. You know, I was chatting with someone recently, and the conversation was, how is a show going to be successful when there's no familiar faces or no new faces? So having the same cast in every show doesn't always work, but having no hometown talent is also not going to work. You have to diversify your show.
Yes.
Like, is
Yes.
everybody going to be everyone's cup of tea? No.
No, not at all. But I
But
mean, if you support art, that shouldn't matter.
exactly.
You know, that shouldn't matter. Yes, I am in a lot of shows. Yes, I am in a lot of shows with the same people.
Mhm.
Yes, that is for a very good reason. Yes. Yes, it is.
Yep.
Um, I have a certain level of expectation and caliber that I bring to the table, and I expect it from my castmates.
Hmm.
The show producers that take this seriously have an expectation of caliber and professionalism and talent that they want to showcase in their shows. Because if you just let anybody in, it speaks for the quality of the show. I like to produce quality. I will be
Yep.
the first person to raise you up. I'll be the first person to take my wig off and give it to you for your number. I'll be the first person to give you my jewelry, advice, anything you want. If you want to be better, holler. If you want to be better, I'm here for you. But shows have an expected production value to make sure that they are successful.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you're not worthy. That doesn't mean, that you're a bad entertainer. It just means you need a little more seasoning before you step up into big leagues. And people may
Well,
think that's a bold statement, but
and as a theater director, I want to add upon that, like something that's similar in the drag world and the theater world, just because you don't get cast in the show doesn't mean it had anything to do with you. It had to do with the show. You know,
absolutely.
sometimes when a director is casting something, we're looking for a very specific thing that you may not be bringing. Um, for example, say I'm doing a show and I need to create a couple. I want a couple that looks like a couple. And if there's no chemistry between them, it's not going to work.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
it's, yeah, drag
I
shows are
totally agree
exactly
with
the
that.
same. Like, I do not want a show where everybody's doing the same thing. And that's why, like, I love working with people like Amethyst because she can do anything. Like, I will
And
look
if
at
I
a
don't, I
cast
at
list
least
for a
try.
show. Oh, right? No, you do. You succeed every time, girl.
Thank you.
I will always look at the cast list of a show and kind of go, okay, I kind of know what she's going to do. I kind of know what she's going to do. I'm going to focus this direction this time.
Yeah,
Like, which is
definitely.
usually me going, oh, I guess I'm funny. But
I guess
um,
I'm funny.
God, I have to be the
No.
pretty one again. Ugh. Uh,
I think there's a lot of great shows out there, though, that do offer opportunities to newer entertainers, like Drag
yes.
Arena. There are a lot of amateur contests out there. Not that that's where you need to get your start, but my first show was a benefit show. My very first show in public. I did not get paid for. I raised money for somebody else. That showed that I was willing to put in the work to earn the name now 2 decades later that I have.
Hmm.
Um, you have to be willing to start at the bottom and climb your way up. But I have to give kudos to entertainers like Icy Hottie, who will literally look me in the face and say, "Do you like this? Is this good? Is this bad? What should I do about it?" And if I looked at her and said, "Don't ever do that again. That's the worst thing you could ever do," she would actually listen and
Hmm.
she would apply it. She has come such a long way because she pays attention and she listens. She knows I'm not her enemy. So when I say, that was a choice, girl, she ain't never going to do it again.
Hmm.
She listens and she pays attention. Didi Darion, another fabulous entertainer who has put the work in and has value as an artist and is now starting her own shows. Support local drag. We will die without it, much like Tinkerbell. When you stop clapping for us, guess what? The lights ain't going to come on. And you're going to shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh, I wish I had a place. No, you didn't because you didn't come.
That's what got us with Divas Down Under. And like, not to be blunt about it, like we
Sorry.
had some incredible shows planned. Like Derek busted his butt on that show.
Yeah,
I will never stop singing the praises of Derek Gamble and the work he did with Divas Down Under. He is an incredible human being, and he was there for all of us, and he was professional. He still is professional, you know. And it was circumstantial that the show stopped, and we're very excited that the cast is able to do the Royals at Karma. We're very excited
absolutely.
about that. Karma's
It's a
excited to have
blessing.
us. They
It's a
actually wanted
blessing.
us, you know.
And that just goes to show that sometimes when things don't work, you just have to take a step back for a minute, reevaluate it, tweak some things here and there, polish something up over here in the corner, and represent it with a brand new idea. You can still have
Hmm.
the same familiar faces, but you have to grow. Drag has become $1 million business. You know what I mean? We have to grow with it. We have to be willing to expand on our thought process, on our makeup applications, on the things that we use, what we wear, how we present ourselves, the businesses that we try to entertain in. There are so many awesome new entertainers out there that have such a good mindset about that. Ava Rage is one of them. Icy Hottie is one of them. She's
Hmm.
not new, but Dee Dee Darion, always a pleasure to work with. Regina Holiday. Um,
Ah,
it, it Lord, I'm losing my mind.
there's just so
Callie
many.
Divine, Callie
Yes.
Divine. Like they're willing to pay attention. I'm not here to bullshit you, baby. I ain't got time for bullshit. Okay, I want you to succeed because if you don't succeed, neither do I.
Years ago, I
Yes,
was talking about a
please.
show. I'm going to be vague about what the show was, but there was a very similar show going on practically next door. And so many people were like, I hope they fail. And we were like, no, we hope they're good, because we're right
Right,
next door. If that one tanks, people aren't going to come to us. We
right,
can support each other and not compete with each other.
right. I cook
Like,
all day, baby. My pie's delicious.
that is an unrelated topic, and I
Unrelated.
feel uncomfortable now.
My pie is delicious. Okay, I got a slice for you. I got a slice for me. I got a slice for my sister.
And that's what her
My,
grinder profile says too.
my oven is cavernous. Fake a bun in that bitch. Okay. Yeah. By the way, I only have about 8 of these left. If you would like to buy one, hit me up.
We were so serious, and then bleh.
Take a sip, baby. Yes, Ava, hon. She talking tonight. She talking tonight. Look, you know I love you. You know I love you. I love you, but don't disrespect my art. You know what I mean? We got no community without unity. I've been saying
True.
that to myself all day today. That's kind of been my mantra. There's no community without unity. Everybody speaks about community and blah, blah, blah. Oh, we really need to band together and blah, blah, blah. We are each other's own worst enemy. Constantly. Own worst enemy. Too much competition, jealousy over here and there, baby. Like I said, my pie is delicious and it tastes good.
I'm
So,
giving her the whole platform. Keep going,
oh,
girl.
look, I got the whole thing. She gonna take a nap. How y'all doing? Welcome to the 75th Academy Awards. My name's Amethyst Diamond, like it says on my merch. Um, Look, kids. Look, Mama's been doing this a long, long time. Oh, you came back. Okay. Good.
I needed water.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying, I want so much better, not only for me, for my sister, and for all of my sisters out there. We are far too good to be shitting on each other's stuff. You know what I mean? Like we're better. We're supposed to be evolution. You know what I mean? There's too much crap and ugly out there. We have to have each other's backs. We have to. If my sister's winning, so am I. If I'm winning, so are you. Like, come on. It's not that and Eva, I appreciate the love, but it's not even that I'm feeling myself. I'm just so sick and tired of the bullshit. I'm so sick and tired of all the ugly and all the nasty. It doesn't have to be. It's
Hmm.
effortless to be a good, decent human in this world. So start being decent.
I think too many people, especially newer performers, they see They see reading and they see shade and they're just like, that's what drag is. That's not what drag is. That's a
It's not.
facet. That is something we can do. But like I've said before, we only read the ones we love. Reading is not meant to hurt. Reading is not meant to tear someone down. Reading is meant to be helpful and playful.
Exactly. Exactly. There are some casts where I can't wait to get backstage so I can call that bitch ugly to her face. Because we've been friends for 900 years and that's just the way we talk. Oh, you look fabulous. Well, one of us had to. Oh, like my sisters are my family. Like they're my support group. They're my therapy. They are there when I need them and they don't even know. You know what I mean? So it's just we have got to show more love within our own community if we want to be taken seriously by communities who are standing on the outside looking over at us like we're crazy. You know what I
Especially
mean?
right now.
Especially right now. Don't be dumb.
For
Don't be
all we
dumb.
know, we're going to take this break and never come back because what we do is going to be illegal. Like that.
Exactly. Exactly. We have to realize that that could be a possibility where we're not allowed to do this anymore. And
Mhm.
that would completely take away from my livelihood. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All because I choose to do something that I love.
Yep.
But but you don't want to support my show. You know, that's okay. We'll all be on the in the unemployment line together, girl.
Right.
Girl, bye.
Mary J. Garay, speak on it.
Mhm. Hey,
Hmm.
Glenn. Oh,
Woo! And
honey.
we got some questions during that. That is awesome.
Honey, I'm sorry. I have just let loose. I
Good.
would love for you to talk about your laundry or whatever you want to talk about, girl.
I don't have to.
Woo!
Like that I always say, for anyone who has never met Amethyst in person, she is the most real, fake woman you will ever meet.
Realest fakest bitch you'll ever see.
She will elevate an entire audience. She will make everybody in that room feel like they are the most important person in the world because they are. Like,
Because
that
you
is who
are.
my sister is.
Because you are. If you are not the most important person to you, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing everyone else around you a disservice.
Hmm.
Love you, baby. Love you because when you love you, I love you more.
Yep.
Heard. Write it
Drag at the
down.
end of the day is an art form that lets people create a persona that is an exaggeration version of a male, female, or non binary person. Amen.
Amen. We're just trying to have a good time. So let's have a
Mhm.
good time. Don't make it so hard.
One of the people we were celebrating just a minute ago, Regina Holiday, actually has our next question, and I'm very excited that she asked this question. What is your favorite thing about Pride season?
You go first. I've been talking, girl.
Honestly, my favorite thing about Pride season is seeing. I'm going to use a quote from the lovely Katie Bourbon: "The little gabies, the
Little
little,
Gaby.
the
So
little,
cute.
the young homos who are just figuring out who they are, and they're
Absolutely.
just like, this is my world. This is where I feel like I belong." Because everybody belongs at a Pride event. Like nobody's going to be
Absolutely.
excluded. The only people who are excluded are the ones who have twisted it into something it should not be.
This
You know.
perverse festival of celebration.
Right?
Yeah.
I hear the complaints all the time that, when I went to prides, I could wear my assless chaps and everything was fine. That's fine. Families go to prides now because when pride started, families didn't go to pride because everyone was in the closet and couldn't celebrate who they are. And gay
Right.
people had children, but their children didn't know they were gay. And now now it's a family event.
It
Now
is.
you want to take care of your family. Free dad hugs and free mom hugs are at pride events all the time. And it is one of the most
Love it.
beautiful things to see.
I
You
love
know,
seeing that.
oh yeah.
I
Like I
love,
had
love
a very
seeing that.
accepting, loving family who they knew, they knew, they knew. They knew before I knew.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Hey mom, I think I'm gay. Do you have a job? Thanks, mom. You're very supportive.
Like,
Uh,
did you hear what I said?
right. I'm not even joking. That was my coming out.
That's very similar to mine. My
Yeah.
mom actually asked me, and I said, no, God, no. Then I went back a couple weeks later. I was like, remember what you asked me? She was like, yeah, you lied. I was like, so we're good here, I guess.
Good job,
Great.
Tammy.
Exactly.
But
But
yeah,
yeah, my favorite thing about Pride is the community.
yeah.
Yeah. Just seeing the people who are discovering themselves, whether they're 9 years old, 15 years old, 25 years old, 60 years old. I
Hmm.
especially enjoy seeing the older generations celebrating their freedom for the first time in a newer millennia. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? To where when they grew up, this was never a reality to them. And so the fact that they can walk down the street and be themselves in their true selves, and seeing how much joy it brings them. And also on the opposite spectrum, seeing all the kids light up because it's just fun and joy and love and laughter. Um, I love seeing the little ones that come up to you and they're holding $1, like when you're performing, or they just want to take a picture with the princess. Like,
Hmm.
crushes me. Like every single time, I'm like, I will stop everything I'm doing to talk to those kids and let them know that they're loved and valued and appreciated
Hmm.
so much. So if that's me being a groomer, guess what? Oh well, is
I'm
what it
gonna have
is.
a. I just thought of something, and it's a weird response. I love seeing the protesters because they never
They
get the
matter.
attention they want because we are so good at going, no, wear yourself out, exhaust yourself. It's not, it never, has it ever worked? It has never worked. You have never converted anyone. You're just there to cause a
Exactly.
fight. Like, you're not
Exactly.
there to convert.
Exactly. Exactly. When we take our power back, they are useless.
Yeah.
They're absolutely, you want to stand over there and hoot and holler, you have every right in which to do so. And I have every right not to hear a word you're saying
Hmm.
because you don't have that power over me at all. Our community has come way too far to let someone hollering across the street defeat them. We're much better than that. And again,
Exactly.
there's no community without unity. Let them talk. They're allowed to talk. They believe what they're saying.
Mhm. It's sad.
And that's okay. That's
I
none of
feel
our
bad for
business or
them.
concern. Absolutely. That's not
Yeah,
our business or concern.
exactly.
Sorry about it.
Ooh, girl, you're gonna like this question.
Gimme.
The lovely Icy Hottie had like 3 questions loaded up and ready to go. And by the way, the hair's by Ariana Autumn. She
Grande.
made it just for me. She asked if she could have this when I'm done. No. How do you politely and diplomatically tell an entertainer that they need to step their game up to be booked for blank show? Support them.
By giving them the advice that you want them to have.
Mhm.
If you feel as though there are certain things that they need to upgrade, then you have just taken on that responsibility of making sure that they do so. Because if you're going to criticize, even in a positive manner, you have to have equal feedback to support that critique. If you just say, well, I don't like the color of your hair, and
Okay,
not
what do I
say,
do with that?
I think you would look really good in a softer burgundy rather than this flat black wig. You have to nourish those things. You can't just, otherwise it comes off as an attack.
Mhm.
Um, because we all have our own personal things and stuff that we like and our own personal attire and things like that. Just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not for that entertainer. So if you're going to come to somebody and say, yeah, at least have a positive solution to offer them. And if you can't, send them to whomever you know can give them the advice they're looking for. And if and anybody in that situation on the receiving end, um, if you don't see that sort of critique as a positive thing, try to reevaluate how you see that. Because there's a difference in attacking somebody and trying to educate somebody. And you have to
Yes.
be willing to take that information and know the difference between the two. So, yeah.
Especially if it's pageantry. If you are going into pageantry, but you do not want feedback afterward, do not go into pageantry.
Right.
Like I've
And it's
seen many
okay
a
in those.
performer get so
yeah.
butthurt. Like,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
I was going to win. I don't know why I didn't win. Ask why you didn't win. And when they
Exactly.
tell you, don't say, well, you're wrong. No, they were the judge.
Exactly. Because guess what? Critiques are meant for your ears and not for your mouth. I have always been taught that when I go to judges' critiques, I don't say anything because I'm not there to give my feedback. My feedback was on the stage.
Yep.
You are there to listen to the people who were hand selected to choose a winner. Yes, it's a matter of opinion, but if there is a guidebook or a handbook for that system or that pageant, and you neglected to read the fine print, that's on you. Just saying.
Yep.
Hi, Tammy.
Another question. What advice do you have on how to network at shows for a newer entertainer?
Network at shows for a newer entertainer. Networking for the entertainer or as a newer entertainer?
I think as an entertainer, I would say meet someone who does the show and see if you can go along to help and network and get to know the vibe.
Definitely. And Icy, you're great at that. You not only do you produce your own shows, but you support other shows as well. You sit there and watch the functionality of other things and how they go. You come backstage and say hi. You throw in a hand and zip up a dress. You know what I mean? Girl, I ain't got nothing to say to you because you're doing the things. You're doing all the things. You're doing great
Ooh,
as an entertainer, she said.
here's one. And this is, if you know the answer to this, let us know. How do you avoid burnout during Pride season, given it's typically when entertainers perform the most amount of shows in a month? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I
You got
don't.
to be self-aware. You have to know your limitations. You have to know your body's limitations. I mean, I'm 45 years old. I've been doing this for 25 years and I push myself constantly. Constantly. I will never stop. um,
I get strategic about what numbers I choose. Because I love, like, if the Pride is indoors, I know I can do a certain amount of things. If it's outdoors, I'm not going to dance. I'm not doing a dance number outside.
right. You have to be
If I know
selective.
what the ground is going to be like, if I'm performing in the grass, you know, there's a lot of variables involved, but usually
Yeah.
I will do something upbeat that gets the audience going and I don't have to do as much work. That might sound lazy. That doesn't mean I'm not putting out the same amount of energy. I'm just not killing my body.
You just have to pace yourself. And that's part of being a great entertainer is knowing how to gauge your style and your level of entertainment based off the environment in which you are performing.
Yeah.
You know, if you are in a venue, regardless of size, that has 10 people in the audience, you're going to perform a lot differently than if you were performing for 100 people. Because when the room is full, you can mingle all through it, be playful with people, and really stretch out your, on average, 5-minute number. When you have 10 people standing back to you, all your tricks go right out the window because you're going to be repeating yourself over and over and over. So it teaches you how to come out and express yourself and tell your story a little different.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, yeah. It's fun. Drag's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Drag is tricky. But if you pay attention to it, it teaches you everything you need to know.
And there's a lot of people who go into it just saying, this is what I'm going to do. Well, there are variables involved. You need to be flexible. Like, I
Very.
I'm going to Archetype Pizza for the first time tomorrow. I went to the venue last week just to see what it was like.
Absolutely.
Because I told the girls I had something planned and they were like, don't do that. Come and check the place out first.
No roller skates on that floor, girl.
That's exactly what it was, too, bitch.
No,
uh,
ma'am. You don't want to do that. We have a lot of
ooh.
questions.
Here's a tough one.
I'm
We're
not ready.
We're going to get fired up again.
Ah,
What do you think is the biggest cause of local drag shows not surviving or being sustainable?
participation.
Yes.
Participation. Yeah. I
And
always
it's
said
not,
this in interviews.
yeah. It's not just participation by the performers, it's participation by the venue, it's participation by the audience. Everybody needs to be on the same team. Everybody needs to advertise. Everybody needs to support. If you're going to a drag show, but it's this dirty little secret, don't go to the damn drag show.
And don't
Be
go.
proud of going to a
Don't
damn
go.
drag
We
show.
want you to celebrate when you come to see us. We want you to be happy and thrive.
Mhm.
Like,
And I'm going to say something kind of bitchy right now. If you want to come
do
to a
it.
drag show, but you're going to vote against our rights, stay home. If you want to celebrate drag, but you want to make sure gay people don't have rights, fuck you.
Exactly. The I often get this question when I do like a personal interview or something is how do you keep things thriving? How do you think keep things alive, especially pageantry? But this also goes with shows as well. There's three things, and it's three P's: passion, promotion, and participation. I'm beyond passionate about what I do. Anybody that knows me knows that. I my pudding is proof. There's no denying that I love what I do. I'm very passionate about it. I promote my shows and I actively participate in not only my own shows, but other people's shows as well, even if I'm not in them. You have to actively be a member in your community in order for it to thrive. We understand there's all kinds of variables. We don't expect you to come to every single show and every single event. But if you can't, just seeing that you shared it and you supported it or you left a comment more than just a thumbs up or a heart, it takes a little bit more effort than that. We have other fingers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be an active member in anything for anything to work in this world. So if you're passionate about something, you have to find people who are willing to participate and promote it for you as well. And that goes right back to the venues. That goes right back to fellow entertainers. That goes right back to show producers. And I have a lot to
Mm-hmm.
say about some show producers recently. So
I love that.
a
I
lot.
hate
We'll
that
get
it
back to
happens,
that.
but I love that people speak out because it's important.
It is. It is. It's okay to ask those questions. Don't be afraid of offending anybody. You know what I
Right?
mean? Especially if it's something that could be helpful or useful or help someone grow or change or be better, it's okay to give that kind of feedback. I expect to hear that feedback. If you came to one of my shows and said that was absolute crap, I want to know why.
Mm-hmm.
Not that that's going to happen.
Well, I wish you girls would have just stayed on the stage and not walked around the whole time.
Right.
You
Heaven
know,
forbid we went and got our money.
legit, someone said that to us,
Sure did.
specifically to her. They wanted
Table
drag race level
26.
entertainment without the budget.
Table 26.
Yep.
Oh, they were so butthurt. They're like, we don't understand why everybody's leaving the stage. Like, why aren't you just standing up there performing? Because I do this for a living, hon. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
You see all that money out there? I'm going to go get that because they're not
Right.
coming to bring it to me. So I'm going to go get that and walk around this whole room and entertain. Also, there's a big red sign over there. It spells the word exit. Please use it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you want your
Sure
money
did.
back? Nope.
No, no,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Ooh. I've never been in this situation, so Amethyst, this might be for you. Ava would like to know, I'm curious about something actually. When you move to a different city and still want to do drag, do you ever feel like you're somewhat starting over?
Put
Probably.
that up. Will you put that up again? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Shoot, where'd it go?
When you move to a different city and still want to do drag, do you ever feel like you're somewhat starting over?
Yeah.
Um, So home base has always been South Central PA for me, but obviously I perform in the tri-state area, even West Virginia. Um, when you move to a different city and you still want to do drag, do you ever feel like you somewhat are starting over? Yes, in a small way. in a small way. That doesn't change the caliber or level of drag that you do. But you're meeting new people, and that can be nerve-wracking, especially in the drag community. Um, and getting that fresh start, but with fresh people, sometimes is exactly what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're around the same people frequently, and opinions are what they are. And your friends will always tell you, girl, you look fierce, you look stunning, blah, blah, blah. Your friends will tell you that all day long. Um, but moving to a new place will also give you a new perspective. You may end up working with different styles of drag, and different entertainers that are going to inspire you and ultimately create a new persona for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only starting over with the people that you're surrounding yourself with, not necessarily what you bring to the table.
I enjoy the first time I went down to Rehoboth, it was such a breath of fresh air for me
Yeah,
because it was people I had never worked with before and it was a completely different vibe and it reinvigorated me. It made me go, ooh, this is fun. I'm going to step up this, and maybe not do this and this. It's it's a fun
right.
challenge. Challenges are great. That's
They
why
are.
I love things like theme shows. It makes you go, ooh, I got to come up with something for this.
Right. I used to hate theme shows because I was so afraid of not being able to come up with anything. But those challenges are awesome, especially for drag. The best way to grow in drag is to force yourself to change.
Hmm.
Sometimes you just have to jump in. Drag can
Hmm.
be anything. You can. There's so many weird themes out there that sometimes you're like, what do I do with this? But it challenges your creativity. And that's
Yep.
something in drag that is constantly and always will be challenged is your creativity. Because everything it has been done in every way, in every color, every shape, every size, by every artist imaginable. So when you have to think outside the box and create something new, that's growth.
Exactly.
Challenges are a good thing. If you
Ooh.
don't know how to do something in drag, pick it up and do it.
Yep. Regina just said it me. I started drag in 2012 in Orlando, moved home to New Jersey and performed in New Jersey and Philly, then took a
Yep.
lengthy break and 2 years back in the game. It definitely felt like starting over for me, but loving Central PA drag. And Regina is friggin' amazing. Like,
Absolutely.
so,
I may
so
have been
talented,
talking with
so
her earlier.
fun. Yep.
Very fun and willing to learn.
Hmm.
Just willing to learn.
We
And isn't
were we
yeah,
emceed the Lighting the Way to Pride show, and I remember just sitting there watching Regina perform, just going, "She gets it. She loves what she does. She
yeah,
performs the house down,
and it's
and
obvious.
yeah, it's passion." She also
Yeah.
had a good bit of advice here with our last question. Performers, please, 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 if you're available, walk around and mingle with the Pride crowd. The joy I saw in people's faces who got to take pictures with last year was amazing. She looked like a walking highlighter last year. She was visible from space,
Over
and
there.
people loved it. Like everything was the color of this blue sky and not a green wall that's behind me right now.
That's so important. Yes, like the people that come and support your shows appreciate so much when we walk around beforehand. So many entertainers are just like, well, I'm not walking around before the show. I'm like, well, then you'll make less money.
Hmm.
So I want to say hi and meet the people that are willingly giving me their money.
I
I want
love
to have,
mingling,
so do I. So do
especially at a
I.
new venue.
Yes. Yes. I
Like
want to say
sometimes I
hi
come
and thank
across as
people.
jarring because I like my sense of humor, it doesn't stop. And sometimes I'm just people aren't ready for the nonsense that's going to come out of my mouth sometimes, but they're going to remember me.
Of course they are. Exactly. Mingle. What
Exactly.
tips do you have an entertainer who wants to branch into the Rehoboth scene?
Hey, we're getting there.
Oh,
Girl, I've got them in order.
sorry. Sorry, I'm
Calm
just
down.
reading. I'm sorry. We only have 21 minutes left of this show.
And we have 3 questions left.
Oh, I
And we
thought
have
there
a
were a lot
handful of
more.
people that were on the show this season that we haven't gotten to yet.
Wow. Go on.
I am a taskmaster. Any advice for a baby queen venturing out into their first pride? Live it, love it, enjoy it.
Do what you want to do and not what the director wants you to do. Next question.
No, but that's very serious. Do the drag you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
And I'm pretty sure I know what pride you're talking about. Talk to that one. She'll get you together. She'll be like, "Girl, that was fun. Where do you want to go with this?"
We did. We talked about it last
Nice.
week.
Like, and we've already chatted about drag. Like, yeah.
Callie Devine. That's Callie Devine right there.
Love it.
Did a
Well,
wonderful
Callie's
job.
got another question here.
Great.
Follow up for that. Why do you think people aren't going? I try to go to as many shows as I can, but the crowds get smaller and smaller. I don't know.
Honestly, I could come up with some ideas,
Mm-hmm.
but whether that's the answer to that question, I can't say for fact.
Yeah.
I think right now there's just a lot of economic hardship. I think sadly there are just more important things going on in life right now that people have to focus on. And sadly that affects what we do. I think that there is a lot of shows out there that aren't quite the caliber that they need to be. I think there's a lot of shows being produced that just aren't bringing in new flavor and new people, and I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, shows used to sell out weeks in advance, and it almost seems like overnight that just kind of stopped.
I'm going to come at this from a philosophical point of view. What we put into the show is what we get out of the show. So if what we're putting into the show is all about ourself, then ourself is the only one who's important. But if we're thinking about putting together a show for the audience, then the audience will feel that. And it permeates every step of the process. So if you're putting on shows for them to benefit you, then you're the only one you're worried about.
Right. There's a lot of queens out there who are opportunists. And that's a fine line. You know, obviously, I do this for a living. So obviously my focus is going to be what I produce and what I'm a part of. You know, my social media is nothing but show advertisements. But that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing that means that I'm working and I'm busy and I'm successful. But that takes effort, constant effort. If you think
Yep.
that I am doing nothing on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, maybe sometimes those are my hardest days and I'm out of drag. It's constant connections and sending emails and reaching out to your friends, and just checking in on people, you know, but I don't know.
But
It's like
again,
times have
with what I
changed.
said, Amethyst, you're always thinking about the audience and what the audience would like and what they are looking for. It's not about you, it's about the show. When you prioritize the show and you prioritize the audience, then the audience will sense that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Chanel,
And
thank you. I do look stunning.
she's right. Come on, Fletcher. Mm.
Oh, those are new.
Oh, we have two new developments here at Inside the Drag Closet.
I've been going to the gym and now I have titties.
Her pectorals are busting out.
They
June
really
is
are.
busting out all over.
The worst part is I pulled something in my back, so I couldn't do upper body this week, but
She's been trying new positions. It's fine.
shut up.
Fine. What was I going to say about that? What were we talking about? Go
New
back to that.
Positions,
No, before the positions.
Downward Dog.
Oh yeah, shows not being successful.
Yeah.
Also, look, I mentioned this earlier, and I said we were going to get back to it. If you or anyone out there, if you are a show producer and you yourself have never done drag, have never entertained, have never put on cosmetics, never competed in a pageant, if you are a show producer and you have nothing connected to drag, stop producing shows immediately. You are not wanted or welcome. Is that what I said? If your only relationship to drag is that you wish to do it someday, you are not a drag show producer at all. And you are ruining it for the rest of us. I love you to death, but if you have nothing to do with drag, stay away from it. Please. You are destroying it with your hopes and dreams. You are throwing us paper towels. Oh, God, she gave me the whole floor. Yeah, so, I work with a lot of people out there. I host a lot of shows. I do a lot of things. And there are some show producers out there that should not be producing shows at all. There's a level of disrespect that I don't appreciate. Um, and if you have no correlation or relationship or experience with drag, stay the hell away from producing drag shows. Stay away. Stay far away. You know nothing of it. It is a business. It is a business. And when you come in thinking that you know what drag queens need and what drag queens do and how we act and how we operate, and you fail to produce, you're affecting my income. And I don't appreciate that. I am happy to advise you and guide you or take over completely for you. But if you don't know how drag works, stay the hell out of it. Stay out of it. That's not
Yep.
me being mean or rude or disrespectful, but look, I don't drive 18-wheelers for a reason, okay? Because I don't know how. So, like,
If you're
there's
going to step into the drag world, learn the world.
learn the world.
Like,
Learn the world because you can quickly upset somebody's lifestyle and well-being with your
and
ignorance.
and you don't get to bank on the queer dollar.
Exactly. You want a piece of the pie and you ain't never cooked a day in your life.
Mm-hmm. There she goes with the cooking metaphors again.
I'm just saying, I'm
And
hungry.
talking about her pie.
I ain't coming to dinner at your house when I know you can't cook. Okay? So,
That's true. You are not invited to the cookout.
not at all. Mind your business. Stay in your lane. It's fine. I got this. She got this. We got this. My friends and family, my sisters got this.
Yep.
We'd love to.
Mm-hmm.
But people gonna think I'm preaching tonight. Well, maybe I have something to say.
That's
You know what
it.
I
When
mean?
we return, we are going to be starting our own church,
I will
and
still be
Amethyst will
visiting.
be the preacher. Ooh, I'd go to that church.
Just then, we gotta stop lying to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We are not in the right political climate for us to be trying to fool each other because
Nope.
there's a son of a bitch in the White House trying to fool everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
can we stop being shitty to each
Yep.
other?
You need to
Go
be
by,
united more than
go
ever.
by. Y'all know I am full of love and light. I'm full. That's all I have. That's all I breathe and live is love and light. That's all I breathe. But I am so sick and tired of the bullshit. Tired of it. And I'm not having it. So, Church of Jaded Diamonds. Yeah, we a bit bitter too.
Yep.
It's fine.
It
Jaded
happens.
and Bitter. Season 6, Jaded and Bitter. Changed my new name to Bitter Betty. I'm not bitter. I'm correct. It's fine.
Accurate.
You adjust.
One last question. What
Hi,
tips do you
Icy.
have for an entertainer who wants to branch into the Rehoboth scene and wants to perform at the beach? Do it.
I mean, I have all the names I can hook you up with,
Mhm.
and it's just a matter of starting a conversation. I would suggest visiting in person first.
You know who would be a good contact for her? Roxy Overbrook, who was on Inside the Drag Closet. Full circle, bitch.
Holy crap, that was good, girl. That was a hell of a segue. Wow,
Woo!
that was good.
Right? Seriously,
Yes, there,
Roxy is one of the best people to work with. Same thing as Magnolia, like
Roxy Overbrook,
professional and so
Magnolia.
delightful to be in a dressing room with.
Absolutely. You just have to reach out. They are a very close-knit community down there, and I'm so thankful that they've welcomed both of us,
Mhm.
into their community, and they are very, very professional about how they handle their business and who they allow in their shows. They don't
Mhm.
need our business. I drive 7 hours round trip to perform down there because I'm grateful and I'm humbled by them and I'm accepted by them as well as Jade. So,
Mhm.
there's plenty of opportunities down there. Next time you go down there, just go to a show. Go to a show, reach out, talk to them. It they have a certain caliber, and obviously I see you are above that caliber.
Mhm.
Um,
For
but
Icy
yeah, ease
in
into it.
particular, I would definitely say go to the Blue Moon and scope the place out because it's a very different venue. The first time I was there, I was not completely prepared. So I brought my normal stuff and I was like, ooh, I got to do this instead. I got to think differently.
Absolutely, because especially at the Blue Moon, it's more of a jazz lounge setup. It's more of an intimate experience. There's a very, what is the stage? 10 by 5,
If
10,
that.
10 by 6. You know what I mean? So it is all about performance value because
Hmm.
there is no room for you to shuck and buck. There's no room for you to throw yourself on the ground. You come out and you entertain the entire time. You know what I mean? So, your normal repertoire will not work there.
Hmm.
So I will certainly put in a good word for you. Um, I don't control the world, but my voice is loud. So I will certainly do what I can for you always, as I will for anybody. But you yourself need to be present in that as well. That those two things together, success. So
Exactly.
uh,
Two more guests that we had. Of
yes,
course, Bev.
come on, Bev.
I enjoyed having Bev on the show because she was so frank and so refreshing.
Absolutely, always. You want to hear the truth? Don't ask Bev. Because she's gonna tell you. She's gonna tell you. That's another trailblazer in the drag community. Of her own genre, of her own right, of her own way and personality and attitude and style. But someone who is a hustler, someone who's out there producing shows and not taking no for an answer, and just paving the way for other drag artists in her community in Philadelphia.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, yes, Chanel. My jewelry is also from Rocks by Cox.
Nice. And one last guest that we had, and that was just 2 weeks ago, Karma Sutra.
My gosh, that was like 10 people.
Yeah.
Is that all we had?
We had, let me pull up my folder.
How many solo shows do we have?
How many solo?
Not solo, but
I
like you
had
and I.
one. You almost had one, but you added divinity to it. And
I
we
can't do
started
it
at
alone.
148, and this is episode 163.
Wow, it goes by fast, kids.
15 episodes.
It goes by fast, but this is episode what, 163, did you say?
Yep.
163 episodes with all of you lovely humans and beautiful humans out there.
Hmm.
I love you. You're awesome too.
Indeed. This has been a lovely evening. This was what we needed before summer.
Exactly. Exactly. Summer's just around the corner. I'm so thoroughly excited.
Me too.
So thoroughly excited.
And
We can-
we have something special planned for Pride
we
Month.
do. Yes.
We we are taking a break for Pride Month, but we have decided to do a very special episode. I believe it is on June
June 10th,
11th.
11th. Okay.
We are going to be doing an episode during Pride Month, and we're going to talk about, a certain show we were talking about a little while ago. It's going to be the return of the Royals, and I'm going to see how many of the Royals we can get on that show that night.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I'm pretty sure we'll all be there.
Right? Down in the living room, having some food and having a kiki.
Oh, you want us all in the same location too?
Yeah, I don't respect myself.
Yikes. Yikes.
I'm inviting all you bitches to my house.
Well, maybe I'll have carbs that week. I don't know.
No.
I'll bring my sugar-free stuff. Tonight was good. This is good.
This was a great
Oh,
night.
is this plugged in? Make sure it's plugged in. Cool.
Sign me up for the Church of Amethyst. Absolutely.
Honey, y'all are welcome. Y'all know I preach everywhere I go. You have to. Our voice is our greatest weapon. Our greatest power is our voice. And if you don't have one, I have enough of one for you. So, oof. The glamour, the nerve. The nerve.
Girl, what's one thing you want to leave everybody with before we head off for a few weeks?
One thing I want to leave you all with before we say our summer goodbye. Get out there and do the things you want to do this summer. Don't hesitate. Don't wait to buy tickets to shows. You know what I mean? If there's something you want to do, make plans, call your friends, put it on the calendar. Otherwise, it won't happen. So get out there and do everything that you want to do this summer, I should say. Do something new, try different food. You know what I mean? Like, just get out there and enjoy life. Put your phone down for a little bit. There is a gorgeous, gorgeous giant spinning rock that we are all on that deserves our respect and our kindness and our care and our appreciation and our attention. Go touch some grass. You're welcome to smoke a bit too, but go touch it first. Go touch it and roll around with it and just look at the beauty. Go get your hands dirty. Take a walk in the woods. Go swimming in the ocean. Go fly a frickin' kite. Whatever you got to do, just get out there and see the life that we have and just appreciate it. Just appreciate it. Go out in the sun. Take a deep, deep breath and know that you are an awesome human being and that you belong here and that you're loved and that you're amazing and that you're needed. I need you. We need you. And know that you're not alone.
That's
all.
beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you want to do this summer? What do you want people to do this summer?
I just want everybody to choose joy. One thing I've always said, and I want to challenge everybody out there to try this, make 10 people smile every day. Once you've done that for 10 days in a row, make 50 people smile every day. Once you do that 10 days in a row, make 100 people smile every day.
That's it.
Spread joy.
And if that sounds challenging to you, it's not.
No.
It's not, because it's free.
And it doesn't take much. Sometimes all it takes is walking by someone and going,
that's it.
Yep.
Or just laugh. Like you're crazy.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Yeah. It's not that difficult. Just choose joy.
Choose joy. It is a choice.
Yep.
And you have that choice. Utilize it. No matter how hard life gets.
You have that choice and you have that power.
Exactly. We're going to talk about that on Pearls of Wisdom.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
which you will miss unless you subscribe to our Patreon. Just saying. Just saying. Remember that support thing we were talking about? Now's the time to apply.
Yes.
Yes. Please, please, please. It costs us money to put on this show. It costs us money to do those things. But we're not going to stop no matter what, whether the expense is ours or you help us with that. Please, please, please subscribe to our Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/InsideTheDragCloset. I think I said that correctly.
Yes.
But yeah, you can subscribe for as little as $5 a month, and it will help keep this show going. It will help keep us going. So
currently we're
we
breaking
need
even.
to. Right. So season 6?
Sure, why
be
not?
back. We might be back. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see politically what happens.
I don't know. Yes, Icy Hottie, bring me a charcuterie board and then eat every last piece of cheese. You better not, girl. You know I'm keto. That's all I can have is cheese.
She'll cut you. Ooh, what do we want to mukbang?
Charcuterie.
Yes. Shark coochie.
I love shark coochie.
Well, on that note, we'll see you all in a few weeks.
Is that how we're not? That's not how we're leaving that, are we?
No,
It's waiting for you to be like, boop.
Bye, everyone. Shark coochie. Everybody, thank you all for tuning in tonight. This has been a lovely send off for the summer.
Yes, we can't do it without you.
Yeah, support each other.
Do it without you.
True. Well, we could, but then it would just be us like video chatting.
Just video chatting and drag for no apparent reason, and I'm not that wealthy yet. So
yeah, my boobs are sweaty.
Ew.
Sorry, I had to class the place up a little bit.
You do great work, by the way.
All right, everybody, take care of yourselves this summer. Enjoy. Do something new. Do something for yourself, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
Check in on us, okay? Send us messages. We'll be back.
Absolutely.
We'll see you in June, but we'll be back in September-ish. So
exactly.
We
Bye,
love
everyone.
you so much. Thank you. Season 5.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.